Section 27 has launched a new campaign against the pharmaceutical industry to get them to reduce the price of cancer medicine. Cancer remains one of the world's greatest global health challenges, with an estimated 18.1 million new cases and 9.6 million deaths in 2018. To take us through this campaign, we're now joined on the line by Salome Meyer from Cancer Alliance. Salome, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Tell us a little bit more about this campaign. Have you been engaging with the pharmaceutical companies before launching this?
Peter, thank you to you and to your viewers. Yes, indeed. The Fix the Patent Law campaign, in fact, has been going on for the last 10 years. However, in terms of the Access to Medicine campaign, specifically relating to cancer medicines, we have been in contact with some of the pharmaceutical companies with specific medicines that we are seeking affordable and equitable access for.
How much more expensive are these drugs to what they could be from your own investigations?
Well, if we take a medicine such as lenalidomide, which is currently only available in its originator format in the country, that specific medicine will cost you 69,000 for 1 month treatment.
69,000?
However, 69,000 for 1 month treatment. Now, that's a lot. However, but this is the alarming part of it. If you can access the generic version, because there are generic versions available in India, it will cost you less than 4,800 Rand a month. So who's making the profit?
All right.
The shareholders of the company, that's all. We have, and that's one medicine. So we have a number of cancer medicines that are completely unaffordable for majority of our patients. We need to understand that the majority of our patients access the public sector. Therefore, governments have to access medicine at such a high price. It is therefore not affordable, and that's when they start using the concept of cost effectiveness. When you then look at the sentence of cost effectiveness, you ask yourself the question, when I had HIV/AIDS, it was cost effective for government to save my life. However, now, 10, 20 years later, that I'm diagnosed with a cancer possibly, it's not cost effective to save my life. Is that fair?
All right, so the costs that you gave me are quite alarming, and I'm just wondering, why is it that the generic versions are unavailable at times?
So the generic version currently is not available in South Africa due to the fact that there's a patent registered on that specific medicine. And although that patent honestly is a secondary patent, that patent in South Africa will only expire by 2026. Which means that patients who want to still access the medicine affordably will have to wait until that time. So literally the originator company is using the secondary patents that have been registered in South Africa to sell the medicine. And that's part of the work that we are doing as Fix the Patent Law, to actually say it is our patent law that needs to change to ensure that there are access and affordable access to medicines.
All right. So now in 2017, the Competition Commission said that it would be investigating pharmaceutical giants like Roche, Pfizer, Aspen for alleged excessive price fixing, price discrimination. Do we know how far this investigation has got? Is it continuing? Has it yielded any hope?
Well, at this stage, the only information that we have that they are continuing with the investigation against Roche for the specific product in terms of Herceptin or trastuzumab. That investigation is ongoing. We are hoping that by let's say hopefully June, we will have a reply on where we stand with that. Because specifically with the access to trastuzumab in this country, we have a serious problem. The originator company, meaning Roche, is selling their own product to government for about 6,800 rand for one vial of treatment. However, that same product in the private sector is available at something like 230,000 rand. Can you see the cost difference there again? Therein lies the problem in terms of the cost. We further have another problem that has been highlighted with our campaign that we launched last week, and that is that our regulatory office is just not doing what they are supposed to be doing. And that means there are at this stage 5 biosimilars that are in the pipeline for approval on the desk of SAPRA, and they're not approving any of those biosimilars. Yet, in other countries such as the United States or in the European Union, these biosimilars have been approved. Okay. So we then ask the question, what is the role of the regulatory office when we have to start talking about affordable medicines? Obviously, if there are more than one company that can bring a product to the market, there will be competition in the market, and our products will be cheaper and be more accessible for patients.
All right.
But even there, we have a problem.
All right. We're running out of time, but perhaps finally, medical aids, where do they fit into this equation? I would think that they would work with you to make sure that the cost of drugs is reduced.
We would hope that medical aids would work with us. Unfortunately, at this stage of the game, the medical aids are plainly just looking at what is a prescribed minimum benefit, and therefore they will say, yes, we will prescribe, no, we will not prescribe. However, we hope we can get to a point in this country where, with patient public-private partnerships, we can actually find a solution for equitable and affordable access to medicines in this country.
Salome, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much indeed. That's Salome Meyer who was part of a campaign to try and get the costs of medicines reduced substantially, particularly in around cancer. She talked about one drug, 69,000 Rand a month it's costing at the moment, and a generic version could cost as little as 4,800. So shocking disparity there. We'll have more on that as that story unfolds, but coming up.